greatest challenge, our most difficult task, probably one of the most difficult tasks in all of radiology, is finding early, invasive breast cancer at screening, the killer cancers. Screening is not diagnosis. I think they both made that point, that this screening is all about perception. Diagnosis is about analysis. We're not really trying to analyze too much in the screening mode. We're trying to perceive those things that may well be cancer and leave it at that. Perception is easy when we have a background that has a lot of contrast compared to what we're after. Everybody can see this copperhead snake, no problem, sitting on this white piece of paper. But that's not where he lives. He lives in a background like this. Now perception becomes extremely difficult. And that's the problem we have, is, as Bill showed us, as Richard showed us, with screening. Perceiving the abnormality in a background which is sometimes unfriendly to our finding things easily. So how are we doing? They both mentioned we're not as good as we think. We're not as good as we'd like to be, no question about that, because we're dealing with an imperfect modality. Our sensitivity is probably between 60 and 85%, based on a lot of different studies. Here's one that Gillian Newstead and Bob Schmidt and I did over some years with the same set of 100 cases. Actually, they were different. They were the film screen. They were not digital images, but the same basic mix. And Gillian and Bob showed this to their residents at NYU and at University of Chicago over several years. And the first-year residents had a sensitivity in that group of cases of about 35%. Not great, but that's first-year residents, you know. So in the second year, they got a little bit better, in fact, quite a bit better. They got up to about 50% sensitivity in the same set of cases. Then I don't know what happened in the third year. A bunch of duds. Maybe they just weren't paying attention. They didn't care. I don't know. But anyway, it dropped to 40%. But then they rallied in their fourth year back up to almost 60%. Well, how does that compare to the general radiologists who took the same set of cases? They had a sensitivity of about 73%. Pretty good. Not too bad. We also have shown this to several, quote, expert interpreters, people whose names are well known to you, and they did a little better.